안녕하십니까. 왠지 오랜만에 온 기분이네요. 오랜만에 온 것 같아요. 이제 이게 아마 트위치에서 하는 마지막 방송이 되지 않을까 싶네요. 아쉽지만 어쩔 수 없죠. 자, 오늘은 브라더후드 맞나? 퀘스트를 진행해 볼 건데 실내 쌓기 브라더후드 오브 스틸의 퀘스트를 메인 퀘스트를 진행할 거예요. 아마 이게 폴아웃 마지막 퀘스트가 될 것 같긴 한데 내부에서 이 기지는 제대로 본 적이 없어가지고 한번 봅시다. 레벨 77이죠.
If you're looking to make a difference, hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Of course. What you want to know?
브라더후드에 대해 좀 알고 싶은데 말해줄 수 있는 게 있나?
Well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell.
제일 먼저
We're
만들어졌대요.
dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure. Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who have committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain.
지금도 비 맞으면서 서고 있죠.
Small price to pay for real purpose.
정이 안 좋냐? 얼마나 했어?
Sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody.
비밀이네요. 군사 비밀.
What do you need? Formerly the Atlas Observatory.
전문대.
Now headquarters.
근데 본부를 쓰고 있다.
Well, this is Fort Atlas. New head. The Brotherhood's in the process of getting everything in order. Some need help, some want to join, but it seems like everybody... I just say what Paladin Romani says. We're here to help.
리마니?
Me? Oh, I'm just a guy who wanted to be a part of something special. A place to do something that... I picked up the messages the Brotherhood were broadcasting on the way here, and I came out ahead. They liked my initiative, and now? Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Most of the fort's off limits to civilians.
뭐 입단은 아니고 신뢰를 쌓으래. 왠지 모르겠지만.
He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
I think our saviors have finally come.
카드 있네. 한번 들어가 봅시다.
I have real duties to attend to.
Not now.
Outer perimeter is still insecure.
Not until these Brotherhood
Visions
jerks
are
listen to
probably
you.
still, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the Lord.
여신이네요.
We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you worship.
Paladin,
얘 브라더후드 마크인가봐요.
Faces like a tomb.
I am not a receptionist.
어디 갔어 아주머니?
I have actual work.
아 들어가고 문 닫혔네. 한번 봅시다.
What is it now?
There's a gun that shoots those? I want it. You looking at something?
대화가 대부분 안 되네요. 좋지. 안 되면 좋아요.
Something I can do for you.
다 이름이 있어. 신한테 한번 얘기해볼까요?
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now. Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force.
1차 원전데
We've got important work to do here, so get to the point.
까칠하네.
That was a Brotherhood matter, civilian, and none of your concern. You're trying.
오 까칠해.
You're not one of mine. Don't tell me you followed that automated program Taggarty's people left behind at Fort Defiance. I respect that you did that. That was a desperate measure on their part, and doesn't represent true Brotherhood traditions. You want to be one of us? You're gonna have to earn it. From living members, including me.
네, 열심히 있었는데 그거 퀘스트.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
Your life could depend on it. Find, protect.
The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from Elder Maxon. Stay out of our way. If we accept you as
방해하지
a mission,
말라네요.
and that is far from certain.
까칠해야지.
Pledging
신뢰도가
yourself to our
없어서.
order and our cause. Our order exists to locate, secure, and protect dangerous technologies. Humanity cannot be trusted with the means to destroy itself. We will not allow another apocalypse.
That was stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
지금도 새 습성을
That
모집하나?
is within the scope of Paladin Ramani's directives. It takes more than just asking, of course. You would have to prove yourself. If you are sincere about wishing to join our ranks, you would have to earn the approval of the officers here, including me. Is that why you're here? Another hopeful dreaming of service to the Brotherhood.
New recruits, Night Shin's training, weapons, and a base like this? We're gonna be invincible.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it.
중의적인 표현이었어요.
Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls. But if you're serious about joining us, there's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas asking for one thing or another from us. People are afraid, or want something, or looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
탄원자들에게 가서 확인하고.
Do this right. Don't make
그냥
me regret
받아줍시다.
giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiative.
확정은 아니고 고려네. 이런.
You better have something useful to say to me.
What the heck does ad Victoriam even mean?
I just told you who I am. I already told them that when I got here. Nobody's listening to this. I came here so that they can make things right. And they won't even listen to me.
Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Oh, can't even come to me himself? All right. Keep it cool.
Back to the farm soon.
I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone.
Big here. Don't get left behind.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood.
성태지수 했구만.
I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good
The
guys.
settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Hey, thanks. Look, I just needed someone to listen and take me serious.
좀 들어줬다고 또 착해졌네.
I hope you can convince them.
I am a link in the chain that binds.
한 명 이야기 끝났고.
That is what makes
사실 이거 들고 있으면은 내가 파워슈트 파워 아머 입고 있는데 이거 바로
Well, now look at
받아줘야 되는 거 아닌가?
you. You with these steel brother fellas. Farming such as it is. Got a patch ain't barely more than longer than I'd prefer. These steel types ain't half disorganized right now, it looks like. Heard the news about these fellas and reckon I'd better go see 'em. Ain't the only one neither, I see. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on 'em. Name's Art Knapp. So, what's this Knight fella sent you for? Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another. All my life. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of raiders. Ain't much use bellyaching about it. But neither am I just gonna roll.
레이더들한테서 보호를 해달라고 온 것 같은데.
I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds. A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking for the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't, so I reckon it's better to make
도둑이네.
front.
브라더
My
오브
farm don't
스틸.
produce much. I got some extra. I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm.
해는 줄 수 있지.
Did you wish? Yes. Something I can help you with?
고기를
I am
썰고
waiting to
있어.
speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no. Kingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are you working with this Knight Shin? What has he said to you? I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before scientists prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on it. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor. I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was a great
의사면서
interest.
과학자야?
My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Thank you. Be well.
왜? 한 명 더 있었는데? 여기 있다. 얘는 레이더잖아.
Hey, here comes trouble. I hope.
Back to the farm soon.
Hey, Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal? I just told you, dummy. Tally Lane. Just another chick trying to make it in the wasteland, you know? Who, me? Nah. Nah. Cool as a cryo grenade, me.
좀 막한 것 같은데? 전혀 차갑게 보이지 않죠?
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot. Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech...
No meat approved.
What? Me? A raider?
레이더네.
No. A little old me? Don't be silly. Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb's a plaything.
Hey, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger.
Speak or go away.
All this concrete, place is like a tomb.
This is a security office, not a social club. If you're not finished, have you finished the task I gave you?
This better be worth it.
Good. Let's get this done.
다
I have
조사해왔지.
their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person. Someday.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Ooh, imagine the stuff you could smash in that power armor.
This is not a charity. As a civilian, you are free to play hero for everyone that comes to you with a sad tale. The Brotherhood, however, has a duty to its mission, and that does not include playing bodyguard. Enough about that. What's next?
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
독점적이구나.
Our job is to procure and protect technology. If the doctor's research proves dangerous, then the Brotherhood will take a very pointed... Until then, it is his problem. Next report.
와우.
No, we are not arms dealers. That aligns with my observation of her when she arrived. Your judgment may be better than I expected. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
Go home. Let us take care of
That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself... You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report. Should you
이걸
wish
통과한
to
거야?
join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention. What I am going to do is make the recommendations I see fit in my report to Paladin Romani. As the commanding officer, the final decisions will be hers. And your concern in the matter ends here.
그렇구만.
Let me complete my report. If I do not have other pressing duties, then I will consent to your questions. Be vigilant, outsider.
아웃사이더. 키 받았어요. 키가 아니라 등록돼서 등록됐어. 문 열렸죠? 밥이나 좀 먹어야겠다. 시럽이나 해놨네. 스테이크 먹고 끓인 물 필요 없죠. 그냥 정제된 물 먹으면 돼. 많아요. 집에서도 캐고 있는데 성기사 라미나다. 신 왜 언제 왔냐? 언제 왔지? 장난 아니네. 뭘 하고 다니는 거야, 이거?
I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here? Oh, a prospective initiate. The Knight Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission.
작은
If you're
임무.
interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation.
무슨 일인데?
How about it?
말해봐. 나한테 말해봐.
Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup.
같이 가자, 그러면.
Glad we can come to an agreement. Any questions before we start? All right, fire away. Ideally, yes, actually. In practice, not at all. We're supposed to be the lore keepers. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment. This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what being a scribe should be about. Can I do it? Yes. But it's not my life's goal. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. My
정해져
parents
있었다고?
chose this life for me. I've gotten used to it, but Knight Shin would throw a fit if he heard just how unprofessional I was.
부모님이 정한 길을 걸은
We should
나이군요.
get back to business. Normally I would, but today you came. We have a lot of capable initiates, but we could always use more. Handle yourself well, and I'll be happy to vouch for you.
없는 것 같은데? 거짓말하는 것 같은데?
Not as a civilian. However, if Paladin Romani lets you join our ranks, then... Sure. Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you.
어떻게 생겼냐?
If you're
오,
gonna be walking around up here, at least grab a wrench and help me out.
평범하게 생겼구만. 이거 핵 아닌가? 지하에 뭐가 있길래 나를 끌어들이지? 뭔가 구울이나 그런 게 있나? 그런 게 아니면은 저를 끌어들일 이유가 없죠. 발명의 어머니. 가봅시다. 사람 있네.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side.
성공했어?
Enough
다행이구만.
about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
그래, 한번 보자. 아, 여기였어? 아, 이거였다. 키가 헷갈려서 계속 앉는 게 뭐였지? 하면서 찾고 있었네. 또 있나? 없네.
Here's a document. Here's one.
퇴역 보고서가 엄청 많네.
This looks like what we need. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up, even after the war. I should make arrangements.
니 진짜 아까 발로 밟았는데 니가?
I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. Well, Night Shin did send you, so I guess I can trust you with a little. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory. The military conducted research here.
군사 프로젝트가.
Research. We're down here to
그렇구만.
investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components. Keep an eye on the state of each component and we'll want to look into them after the initial check. The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipes if they come under stress. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. Without the we just need to do a little checkup and see what condition. Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after.
너는 감시만 하고 나는 일은 내가 다 하네.
Interesting.
파열 감지. 배출 밸브는 저기 있네. 어이구야. 아파. 아파. 이것도 터지는 거 아니냐? 소기가 죽을 뻔했네. 아.
We survived. That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
잠깐만, 뭐였지? 정렬 불량. 순서가 엉망이었네.
All right, let's go. The diagnostic flux disruption. Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went.
터졌어.
What was your assessment?
배출은
It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
다 끊겨 있었어.
Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay. Well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. A fair point. We have a saying among the scribes. Through discourse, we gain strength. This wasn't discourse. I wanted to see if you would pay attention. And I have my answer now. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use... Any questions? Or are you ready to get... You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the hinge somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract. A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual... I'm counting on you. Let's see what you...
손재주가 필요하다고? 깔끔하게 했어요.
Oh, I thought of one. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine coil?
인덕션 코일을 꺼내세요.
No wonder the intake valves are under so much stress. With that design?
방법.
What is this thing?
저게 뭘까?
That doesn't sound good.
틀렸다. 아니, 안 끝난 모양인데? 언제까지 나옵니까? 뭐가 정답이었으려나? 또 나왔어?
Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine?
저게 전력원이었어?
The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy, but they condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some
그래,
free time.
고맙다.
Thanks again for your help. And good luck with the Paladin.
라미나, 형 만나봐야겠구만. 현장 검증. 무슨 무기를 준 거지? 한번 볼까요? 그렇게 좋은 건 안 줬을 것 같긴 한데. 일단 별 3개짜리 주긴 했으니까. 난 유언이 좋아. 아, 일로 나오게 돼 있구나. 갈 것 좀 갈고.
One day I'll make Lala, and I'll show you.
어이, 라미나.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
라마니.
As a paladin, I am the commander of the 1st Expeditionary Force. I've received a report from Knight Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well. Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, consider it carefully.
Raiders
Do
causing
you
trouble
wish to
again.
join our ranks?
We'll have to do something about them.
글쎄, 그쪽이 좀 얼간이 같아 보이는데?
Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to honor, duty, and service. With time and training, you may one day join the Scrolls as a knight or scribe. depending on your aptitude. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Shin would be your direct superior here, though any of the officers may requisition you for missions if needed. Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes. Knight Shin said that your attitude nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable and suitable training would correct any deficiencies. Which means he probably thought I'd like you. That remains to be seen.
No meat approved.
In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher than average
역시 좀
technical
선택이 또 많이 틀려가지고.
useful qualities. Yes? I know we can seem cold to outsiders. What I want you to understand is that we are committed. We want to aid in the restoration of civilization and with the recommendations of Knight Shin inscribed. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself with... In order to be effective in our operations here, if we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, we have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region. Indicative. I want you to clear it out. Your reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks. Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution.
뭔가 받아냈어.
We don't know. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. Complete this mission satisfactorily. While I'm not in the habit of explaining my priorities to would-be recruits, you doing it accomplishes the mission. Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us. With all the...
아드 빅토리아! 라고 했나요? 뭐라고 했는데? 이 단말을 풀어줬다고 그랬거든요? 한번 볼까요?
I wonder what legacy I'll leave to the scrolls.
뭐 특별한 내용은 없는 것 같아요.
I want to visit Fort Defiance, but I'm not sure I could stand the sight.
프로토타입. 주옥이나 꺼져버려.
I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
(79는) 어디 있지? 79가 아니라 어디지? 농장이란다. 여기다. 좀 머네요. 레벨 78 찍었다. 좋은 무기 얻으면은 근데 방어가 또 문제야. 무기를 얻어도 방어구가 없으면은 결국 그 세트를 다 얻지 못하면은 피 없는 딸피로 다니는 그 트리는 못 해보겠네요.
I see what you're doing around Crater.
지금 못 찾은 체크포인트가 많았네. 그래도 찍어놓죠 뭐. 겸사겸사. 의외로 공격을 안 하네?
Did you need to ask me something?
I let my fists do the talking.
We can use more Mirelurk products. We've carved out a lucrative market and established customers within the region. You gonna stand around, or you got something to say? We can use more Mirelurk products.
Surprise, I'm not one for fancy talking.
부터 자! 잘 시간인가봐요.
We sell various products in certain amounts.
반응이 되게 느리네. 여기도 뭐가 있을 것 같은데 이렇게 다 있을 것 같긴 해요. 일단 퀘스트부터 합시다. 여기 멀리 어디야? 아, 여기네. 캐럴 파트너. 좀 안 좋네요. 친구들이 나랑 말을 안 섞어줘. 어이! 말 좀 합시다. 나갔다 올 테니까.
Huh? Whoa there. Mom, Dad.
뭐야, 반응했어, 갑자기.
Barging in here. So you say, but we'll see. All right, George, lower the gun.
한 바퀴 다 둘러보니까 갑자기 경계하네.
Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can... Might not be Lewis or son.
But Lewis was a cousin of mine back in the day. God rest his soul. We were looking a good place to put down. I told Carol we ought to see if this place was still here.
Even after all these years, there's enough salvageable tools and such to make starting a farm easier here. Didn't see any point in updating the sign.
모든 손님에게 그렇게 총으로 인사하나?
Not all. Just the ones that waltz in. Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls?
그래, 구울에 대해서 알고 싶어.
Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp.
I can pay you to get these two.
George!
I'm
George.
just kidding. You boys know we love you.
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Or close enough. But the farm needs work. We can't. If one of them wants to go, well, now, George and I'll just have to live with it. But you ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
Careful, George.
You heard the wife. She says one of them can go, then...
I'd prefer you kept it.
I think I could be a real asset to you, though. I'm good with machines, and I work hard. Heck, I'm the one who repaired the bots outside.
Forget about him. The Brotherhood's tough, not a bunch of nerds.
Let it be, boys.
Fine by me.
4명이 전문가?
George and the boys. Marty's the overeager one. Colin's the quiet one.
There's also the robots outside, of course.
Boys.
So, us, the robots, and the dogs, I guess.
동정은 좀
We're
어때?
gonna be self-sufficient soon.
The boys are gonna want rooms of their own, dear. Don't act like you...
We've got other work needs doing first. Lord. Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come up.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. Aren't you on a mission from the Brotherhood? You're doing it.
She's right, of course, but that doesn't mean we're not grateful for... Now here, wherever you find...
오, 라덱스.
Not sure. More than a few, less than an army. If you're going in alone, even a few can swarm you before you even realize what. Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor.
Safe roads mean safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely. Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair.
써봤자야. 나는 콜린이 마음에 드는데 로봇을 고칠 수
I
있어서.
really would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have... Smarter than Marty, anyway. No offense to my brother, but if you can't... I read anything I can find. Most of the work and machinery around the farm is my handiwork. The Brotherhood can't be all brawn and no brains. Maybe I'm not, but I'm not. The Brotherhood has tech, and that's... I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know, but I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out. It is safe. So there's nothing wrong with farming, and I love my parents, but maybe so, but Marty's right about one thing. It'd be amazing to get... Okay.
마틴 어디 갔어? 수리 좀 할 줄 아는데? 마티?
You gotta take me with you. I'm strong, I'm fit, and I'm ready to fight. Whatever you need. Heck yes! And I asked them a bunch of questions and told them about wanting to leave the farm and everything, and they said I was. I think. Well, no. One night, I thought I saw. Dad came running because of the noise. It turned out it was just dark and I shot a bush. Oh, Mom and Dad are fine here. Besides, the only thing I'm really good for... I know Colin's got the brains, but even I know that. I suppose. But where else? Oh.
쟤는 조금 장난같이 하는 애고 마틴이 좋겠네. 콜린이 좋겠다, 콜린.
I'm sure this farm isn't the place for me. The Brotherhood could change the world. It's where I belong. Can you make me a recruit? All right, that seems fair enough. I'll do my best to earn that recommendation, I promise. Are you sure about me, though? I know my brother wants this too, and I heard Mom. Only one of us can go.
너로 정했다.
Really? That's incredible. You go on ahead. I need to talk to my folks and say goodbye.
싸움 못할 것 같긴 한데 둘 다 뭐 싸움 못할 것 같아. 그래도 좀 똑똑한 애를 데리고 와서 형장에 있을러. 데려가서 뭐 어떻게든 되겠지 않겠어요? 로봇 수리했다는데? 가수원이 있다고? 저렇게 멀리까지 온다고? 대단한데? 돌연변이 폭도 나쁘지 않을 것 같긴 한데 센가? 어느 게 세지? 어이씨, 아파. 터집니다. 왜 난 아무것도 안 했는데 지 혼자 와가지고 아주 물 마시고 있었는데. 골이 나올 줄 알았는데 로보트가 나왔네. 뭐 없을 것 같은데? 이게 아닌가? 방공호가 있었다고? 아, 여기 있었네? 방공호가 있네? 신기하네.
Hey, you're here. I had to sneak past everything outside, and then I heard some noises deeper in here, so... Don't worry, I will.
모두 제거하시오. 이거 됐네나? 아직 안 안전한 것 같은데? 안전해진 건가? 다 죽인 것 같다, 야.
Oh, wow. I'm still shaking. I'm really a little worried I guess I can handle it, but if I have the choice, I'll stick to books and machines, thanks. Definitely. I might not be the most brave in a fight, but you must need people if the occasional moment of terror is the price for getting to work with their tech. I will. Thanks again. I'll make sure you and the rest of the Brotherhood don't regret it. Be safe out there.
그만. 뭐 없네. 열 방법이 없나? 골프채 2개. 이안 오웬의 얘네들이 좀비가 되고 있는가 보네. 뭐 별거 없네요. 저기 문을 열었으니까 한번 가봅시다. 결국 죽였다는 소린가? 샤워할 때를 맞춰서 해치워버리겠다 라고 적혀있긴 한데 그래서 이 사람이 여기서 죽어있나 보네? 아, 그런 연출이었군요. 내부로. 뭐가 점검 해제됐어.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future
Welcome
will be
back.
decided.
Have you completed your assignment? Ah, that explains young Colin Putnam. All right. I can't say Shin thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think you found us another scribe. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job. Not. Welcome back.
Each day in service of the Brotherhood.
I can't say Shin thought much of it. I'm very pleased. Not only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure it. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come
드디어
up, and
수습생이
we
됐습니다.
deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
No meat. A perfectly preserved pie.
무지를 뛰어넘는 정신.
Declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
I will not allow Atlas to go the way of Fort Defiant. Hello, Initiate. Congratulations. I apologize that we aren't able to do an official ceremony. I've been informed that there is an independent settlement. A group of Blood Eagle raiders are extorting the village's leader.
귀독들이.
Brown has more information. You can find her at their settlement. A camp made up of trees. Something better than helping those who can't help themselves? Aiding civilians is part of the Brotherhood's mission here in Appalachia. I trust that you will represent the Brotherhood admirably on your first mission.
So much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person someday. Weapons at the ready.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He's gonna love it.
The world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
오오, 왜 내렸어? 잘못 눌렀네요. 좀 썩은 내 날 것 같아. 계속 입고 다녀서 썩은 내 날 것 같아, 이거. 물에 한번 들어가서 씻어야 되나? 아, 여기구나. 여기 왠지. 아닌가? 예전에 한번 갔던 것 같은 느낌이 들었는데 아닌가 봐요. 이런 것도 있었구나.
Your power armor looks like it's seen better days. Might be time to fix it up or replace it.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
뭐, 내 파워 아머가 쓰레기 같다고? 펌밖에 안 따랐는데?
What's that thing Miss Jenny said?
건방진 녀석들.
You can't always find a perfectly preserved.
Don't like the fog.
Can always preserve.
와, 여기 사는 애들도 있네. 여기 좀 센 부분인데. 좀 무서운 동물들이 많은 곳인데.
Well, aren't you just the cutest? My name is Jenny Brown, and I'm the mama. Lately, my kin have been harassed by a woman named Dagger in her blood. You should take some time to talk with... Great. Let me know.
주민들이랑 말을 하세요.
Looks like it might rain later.
What? Don't cause any trouble around here. Being high up in these trees makes me feel safe. If you can just help get rid of Dagger. My partner and I were holed up in a building. When we heard, we were worried that we would have to fight. Instead, Miss Jenny, I went out hunting shortly after one of her... I lost their trail and wasn't able to get the exact location, but if you find her, kill her. Her and her damn Blood Eagles are taking our food, water, stim packs. Please help us give that Dagger...
Is it true that stranger vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping?
I should have some funny ideas.
어디지? 음식을 많이 만들었어요. 일단 어차피 상하면 상한 고기 되니까.
Forgive any attitudes from us. We got people. You should leave. Sorry. I'm wary of outsiders, what with Dagger holding. Forgive any attitudes. You kidding me? It's gotta be the coolest digs you can get in the... I was surrounded by a group of vicious mole rats. They saved me. I figured I could use... I run the storehouse here, and they have some sort of fancy rocket launchers that would blow. Yeah, her and those Blood Eagle raiders are definitely too tough. You go get that Dagger.
불연서 있지? 수리 한번 해야겠네요. 저 위에 있다.
I thought this high ground would be useful for hunting, but the local wildlife learned to watch out for us really fast.
저 위에 있다.
Hey, gotta keep your eyes peeled in this weather.
올라가는 게 여기 있구만. 집이 다 연결되어 있네. 신기하네.
How's it going? Hey there. Sorry, we're a bit wary of strangers right now. Well, I know she's got numbers, and she's smart. She's got people tracking her. It's making the settlers not want to trade with us for fear of losing their own people. Dagger's people are making it harder and harder for us. Honestly, I think she just wants an excuse to kill us. Miss Jenny heard of all the people in Appalachia and thought it would be a good spot for some consistent trading opportunities. We came across it allows us to keep our independence while still making it easy to trade with the settlers. Mostly.
뭐 어쩌라고? 가볼게.
I believe in you to give that dagger what she deserves.
언제 여기까지 왔냐? 아 원래 여기 있었어?
I hope you enjoyed getting to know us. We're peaceful people. We don't want to bother or... Other than she's insane, and I'm telling you, if they didn't follow her everywhere she went... I'm glad you're able to see how special. Family is the most important thing that you can have. Thank you. Please be careful.
그래, 난 마음이 따뜻한 남자지. 신규 아닌데? 왜 신규를 떴지? 궁금하네. 저기 뭐가 있지? 뭐야 이 엄청 놀라있긴 했는데 못 잡을 정도는 아니네. 잡는다고 뭐 좋은 건 주는 건 아니네. 나는 저 구멍이 궁금해서 가고 있었을 뿐인데. 뭐야? 별거 없었네요. 뭐 있는 줄 알고 갔더니만. 여기 예전에 왔던 곳이 아닌가? 술탄 많이 던져? 머리 터진다. 당당하게 들어갔죠. 많이 죽이긴 했는데 진짜 옛날에 발견했었는데. 여기다. 그때 다 죽였었었죠 여기. 뭐지? 하면서 끝냈던 기억이 나는데. 조사를 하라고? 할 것 좀 갈고. 아련시를 들어가 볼까요? 방법이 있으려나? 저 위에 있나 보다. 다 죽여버리자. 대거 터치. 대거를 다 죽여버리면은 뭐야? 대화로도 할 수 있었나 보네. 근데 뭐 어차피 그냥 쏴버렸네. 본능적으로 쏴버렸어요. 대화를 들었어야 되네. 쟤네들이 왜 보스 저걸 가지고 있죠? 왜 보스 무기를 들고 있지? 붙을 때부터 알아봤어야 되는데. 피독스리들은 답이 없는 애들이기 때문에.
Can we trust you?
그래도 파워아머도 없으면서 파워아머 이게 수리대가 있네.
Afternoon.
Seems like it's always crowded.
Never thought I'd live in a treehouse.
Never thought I'd find a real family either.
Did those raiders come snooping around?
Is it true?
Don't know who you are, but
Row out at night. Eyes wrapped around you while you're sleeping. I should ask this Jenny.
maybe I'll ask around and see if anyone needs help.
수리하지 말걸. 다 오버 수리가 돼서 안전한 애들이었어.
Once folks start having kids, have you had a chance? Oh my, this is quite a weapon. I can't wait to...
What's that over there?
대화를 좀 해볼걸. 그냥 선빵 맞을 것 같아가지고 썼는데, 근데 애가 앉아있었으니까 말을 걸어서 조금 대화를 풀었어도 됐을 것 같긴 한데, 뭐 어떡하겠어요. 이미 죽은 앤데.
They must have seen something quite interesting for you to come to me about it.
Interesting is not the word. Concerning, yes.
One moment, Initiate. Knight Shin is in the middle of his report. Go on, Shin.
As I was saying, one of our patrols came across a raider storeroom. They were chased out, but not before sighting several crates with the Brotherhood insignia on them.
Anything tries to attack?
Those crates are for important assets. We haven't used them since...
Since that battle, let's not waste time with details. Considering the contents, it's imperative that we recover those crates from the raiders.
We have yet to establish a relationship with the people of Crater. It's possible that they are more agreeable than the other raiders we've encountered.
Are you seriously considering the idea of leaving those items in Raider hands?
Let's discuss this later. We've kept the initiate waiting long enough.
왜 내가 한참 기다렸잖아.
Of the retreat. Very unfortunate that things had to end that way, but at least the villagers are safe now.
Them, and likely many others. The world is better off with fewer Blood Eagles.
Don't speak so frivolously of human life, Knight. Is there anything else to report?
Greetings, Initiate.
The Blood Eagles, too. Did these crates have our insignia on them?
If our weapons have spread among multiple groups, that's a serious problem. One that the Initiate has exacerbated with their ill-advised handout.
I support the Initiate's decision. The villagers will not use that weapon with ill intent.
One weapon isn't likely to cause a crisis, but the Raiders have an entire cache. We can't just leave them as is.
We obtained them during our journey to Appalachia. Unexpected.
That's all the Initiate.
I am the one answering questions here, Knight. The Brotherhood saved Shin's hometown from a raider attack. There have been other...
This is irrelevant to the mission.
Perhaps you can ask him...
I'd prefer that you didn't.
Good work, Initiate. You're dismissed.
해산!
I'll show those raiders, boss.
Something to report, Initiate?
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as...
질문 있나?
I should put negligence on your record for asking that question, if you can recall your last assignment. It had to do with putting down the same kind of rocket launchers were discovered in the possession of some raiders from Crater. Needless to say, that's a problem, and we are... Care. Are you insinuating this? The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Paladin Ramani forbids engagement without warning. So, that being said, the raiders have already made it stealing supplies, ambushing
그래?
patrols, using Brotherhood. If they
대화를
are
해야
willing
돼?
to cooperate, we will put our foot down. One last thing. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. That will be all.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in
여기야 이번에? 이거 언제 찍었대? 기억이 없네요. 설명이 나왔는데 다 못 봤네요. 아쉽네.
Well. Looks like we have a visitor. Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearance. That's so. You got a deed?
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under
오,
possession
파워 아머
of
입고
the
있어.
steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay. For the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there?
Oh.
So be it. You've made it clear the Brotherhood only provides two options. Blind...
We've secured the area. The leader is still breathing. Make sure to question him before he gets going.
뭐야, 얘 뭐하고 있어? 급조 볼트라는지. 좀 만들다 만 곳이긴 하네. 브라더후드는 깡패야, 얘들아.
Hold on. Let me get this. This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Here's the thing. I don't talk about Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can let me go. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed.
I don't like it, but we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They call you Knight, don't they? I didn't know.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link is not something that a lawless worm like
you wound me, Knight. In the heart, that is. Since
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
To me for your next orders, Initiate.
분명히 죽였는데.
We completed the first part of our mission. You composed yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially moving forward. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get. We'll set up some protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find. I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile creep. This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like... Yes, it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as it would be to leave this. Our duty as the Brotherhood is to preserve the future of mankind, to be relentless in our removal. I wouldn't send you on this mission if I didn't think you were capable of coming back alive.
오, 살아 돌아올 수 있다.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread.
외부로 가야 되겠지? 딱 요 퀘스트까지만 하고 오늘은 끝내겠습니다. 뭐야, 안에 있었어? 저쪽에 있네? 저쪽은 가본 적 없는데? 방금 간 거 처음 보는 건데? 처음 보는 거면 어떻습니까? 어차피. 어차피 별도 안 붙어 있었는데. 레전드 아이템이 아니면은 의미가 없죠.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. You've got a visitor.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a full
무장하긴 했는데 부대는 아니지만.
Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly... You and your... There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of... So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor...
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing
넌
left
나에
to
대해서 뭘
discuss.
아냐?
I've given you my answer, initiate. Now,
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
이 여자애가 좀 뭘 좀 안 해.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his moral. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something. I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. Toodles.
역공격을 합시다. 발데즈한테 상의를 해가지고 아마 데이터 조작해서 주겠지? 그거를 쟤한테 전달하면은 나는 둘 다 이제 이득을 얻을 수 있는 거지. 배신도 안 하고 배신을 하고 배신 안 하는 건 아니지. 네이토스한테 배신을 하는 거긴 하죠. 근데 어쩌라고.
What's the word from the... What can I do for you? Sure. I'd like to reverse engineer it and make more, of course. With the amount of energy it can unleash. Think of how far a vertibird could fly on ultrasight power. No, I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, we're too short-handed, and I just don't. We'll have to make do with learning what we can. Sure thing. What's... Lucky for you. We're an order dedicated to the... We find and catalog knowledge from before the bombs. You could say that. You could also say we have no right to keep knowledge to ourselves. That everyone deserves to learn. I can see the argument. But I believe in our mission. Nobody else does. California. all the way across the continent. I've read that people used to fly that distance in a few hours, but the trek took... Maybe eventually we'll get flying again, but for now it's an arduous journey. We're here to help the people of Appalachia. We set up Fort Atlas to that end. This old observatory has a... We also want to learn the fate of the old Appalachia. Yeah. To be honest, that's what I expected to hear.
Guard our tech closely.
But it's better if we don't get into... The Council of Elders, chief among them, High Elder Maxon, are found. He proclaimed our mission and said, our expedition leader is Paladin Romani. She's an aggressive and...
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort.
Okay, what do you want to know? Sure. What needs... We're the heart of the Brotherhood's mission to find, though sometimes in practice, well, we record things. Histories, schematics. We collect it all. Our name harkens back to that ancient tradition. Someday, you have what it takes. I've seen that much. But the Brotherhood is slow to trust outsiders. Be patient. Sure. Raiders, huh? If they're anything like... All right. How can I help? I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was... Well, you know, just rusty nails and live wires.
대단한데, 친구?
Sometimes it's all... Not a problem. I'm here to help. I've always got time for you, Initiate. About me. California, though my parents joined the Brotherhood when I was very young, so... Really? How rare. I have a lot to take care of while we get settled in.
오, 좀 친해졌는데?
Scribe, the work that comes my way can get... most days. California. Have a question. About me.
어떻게 생각해?
It reminds me of the story, I think. Yeah. We're strong or...
어우, 뭐 뽑아봅시다.
Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertibird.
잘못 배우면은 하는데요. 시나 홀로그램.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Well, if it isn't my...
Fort Atlas is in good hands.
잘 했겠지? 잘 됐겠지? 잘 됐겠죠? 설마 더미 데이터가 진짜고 그냥 데이터가 그냥 진짜 데이터가 아닐까? 그럴 가능성이 아예 없진 않은데, 더미 데이터니까 더미겠죠? 설마. 설명 잘 읽었는데 가짜 데이터가 있다 그랬는데 그게 더미겠지 뭐.
Got the holotape? Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of... We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that fire. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the... Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's...
끝났군요. 아, 웨브 눌러버렸다. 에이. 로딩 두 번 해야 되잖아.
Don't worry about the bots. They're working for me.
Keep fighting out there.
거의 다 떨어졌네.
For your sake, I see you returned from Crater. Standing by...
New recruits, night shins training, weapons, and a base like this? We're gonna be invincible.
That's all right.
Another complaint?
I see.
Shin certainly
And are those
friends
raiders?
here.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment. Without more information, it's impossible to say.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor.
And the other one.
2,000 miles of hiking.
Foundation
spends
2.
real wear on it.
This is bad. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure.
You should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. Take the Great War as an example.
Now, running my own operation would involve this.
You
much
don't have
resource.
clearance for that information, Initiate. So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
To see if we can spare any supplies for the relief efforts.
That's
Nice
classified
goodwill with the
information,
locals.
Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper... To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable. Ad Victoriam.
Ad Victoria.
At Victoria.
아드 빅토리아.
Free from America to rebuild America. Take the old.
일단 오늘 여기까지만 하고 다음에 이어서 마무리합시다. 다음은 어디서 방송을 하게 될지 모르겠지만 뭐 어디선가 하겠죠. 넣고 들어가고 물 좀 마실까요? 물 좀 마시고 종료하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘도 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 그러면 다음에 또 봐요. 뭔가 먹이면서 지금. 다음에 또 봐요. 안녕.